afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. It's 2023. Did you have a nice New Year?
Yeah, we went out to dinner. So we were home by 6:30.
Plenty of time to watch the ball drop.
And you?
I went to a wedding, actually, and I think New Year's Eve is the greatest date ever to have a wedding.
Yeah.
It was fun.
You'll never forget your anniversary.
That's exactly right. No, it was very nice.
All right. Well, I hope you all had a safe one as well. Let's start the new year. Congressman Kevin McCarthy intends to be the Speaker of the House, but does he have the support of the Wisconsin congressional Republicans?
Wisconsin took over the Rose Parade today for a minute at least. We'll tell you about the 400 kids from northern Wisconsin and their big trip to Pasadena.
And another storm system is headed our way. Meteorologist Greg Barnhart is standing by to time out when you should expect some precipitation, but nothing right now. Taking a look outside, snow's gone pretty much. January rain on the way. Greg's in the backyard. It's not bad here, but heading north and west could be a problem.
Yeah, it could be a messy situation, especially for areas north, northwest. We got rain moving in, but the temperatures are hovering around freezing, especially to the west. So there's a winter weather advisory up there for sleet, freezing rain, and snow, basically accumulation of that sort of nature. Further south we go, it's not as big of an issue, but still, it's something to keep in mind of tonight. It's this whole complex storm system that's beginning to lift northward, so we got warm air that is coming up from the south. It's a pretty complex system, even got severe weather to the southern areas of the U.S. too with this, so it's a pretty powerful system. Right now, temperatures you can see to the south are 40 degrees, so we do have a warm front that is going to be pushing up towards our way. Unfortunately, it's not going to get here sometimes when the precipitation gets here. As you see to the north, we got some snow right now. Nothing much going on in radar to the south at the moment, but notice the temperatures right now. We're sitting in the mid-30s to upper 30s. Further south to the north, we're up to the lower 30s. More important, what's the dew points, because the temperature usually has to fall to the dew point to get the precipitation. And if you're in the upper 20s, that does set the stage for you could see some freezing rain. That's why we're looking at a concern for at least initial tonight. Visibility up to the north, they got some fog. That could also be something to keep an eye on. Bigger picture-wise, ice storm conditions as you go further north because of the ice, but I'll time out when to expect this freezing rain and when we'll turn over to rain later tonight, and if we see any snow later this week, a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, we'll check back. Greg, thank you.
Thank you, Greg. Tomorrow will mark a new day for 134 lawmakers in Wisconsin and 5 other top state leaders.
It's Inauguration Day when Governor Tony Evers will be sworn in for a second term, and many others begin their first. What you need to know, nearly a quarter of the state assembly is turning over, with 24 new members slated to be sworn in. Over on the Senate side, just 7 new senators in the 33-member body will take their oath of office. Live streaming and comprehensive coverage all day tomorrow on Channel 3000 and here on News 3 Now. And on the national front, new members of Congress will be sworn in tomorrow.
That coincides with a vote on who the next Speaker of the House will be, now that Republicans have won control of the House. Political reporter Will Keneally has more on that contentious fight. Will?
And a contentious fight it might be. It all boils down to math. Kevin McCarthy, the California Republican who is the leading candidate to become the next speaker, has a narrow House majority, meaning that if he loses even a handful from his ranks, he might not become speaker, which is what happens when you have a diverse coalition of Republicans to try and unify. But Wisconsin's Republicans do support Kevin McCarthy so far, and we asked UW-La Crosse political scientist Anthony Chergosky about that.
All of the indications that I'm aware of indicate that Derek Van Orden is going to support Kevin McCarthy. I haven't heard anything from the rest of the Wisconsin delegation. That is actually one of kind of like the interesting twists here is that, it only takes 5, when you kind of do the math.
So last time McCarthy's name was floated for House Speaker, he ultimately passed on the job, and that paved the way for Paul Ryan to take the gavel. And Chergosky says that there are some lessons to learn from Ryan's speakership. We'll have more on that coming up tonight at 6.
We'll see you then. Thank you. While Wisconsin Republican congressmen are supporting Kevin McCarthy, nationwide he has struggled to win the backing of some in his party.
Nicole D'Antonio has more from Capitol Hill.
Republican leader Kevin McCarthy wouldn't say whether he'll need to cut more deals to be the next Speaker of the House.
I hope you all have a very nice week.
McCarthy held a conference call with House Republicans Sunday, making concessions in order to win more votes for the speakership. He agreed to rule changes, including the ability of any 5 members of the majority party to initiate a vote to remove the speaker. He also agreed to establish select committees to investigate President Biden's COVID and border policies, and to reviews of the FBI and DOJ's investigations into former President Trump and the January 6th riots.
He stood there in front of the conference and went through item by item and helped negotiate a rules change package that was broadly endorsed, including changes that I personally wouldn't have done.
Most Republicans support McCarthy, but the GOP holds such a narrow majority in the House, he can only afford to lose 4 votes before falling under the 218-vote threshold to win the speakership.
If 5 or 6 people hold out, all we're really doing is empowering the other side.
One Republican who says he will support McCarthy is embattled New Yorker George Santos. The Long Island congressman-elect is under scrutiny after admitting much of the biography he presented to voters is false.
This is a decision, whether he resigns or stays, that needs to be made between he and the voters who elected him. He's certainly going to have to consider resigning.
Santos says he plans to take the oath tomorrow, though he could face ethics charges once he's sworn into office. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
New York State and federal prosecutors say they are also investigating the finances of Congressman-elect Santos.
The Wisconsin Northwoods Marching Band made history this morning as the first band from northern Wisconsin to ever perform in the Rose Parade. The group consisted of nearly 400 members showcasing their Wisconsin pride by playing their piece, Beautiful Wisconsin. The marching band was number 22 in the parade. The Northwoods Band was the second largest marching band to ever perform for the Rose Parade, second only to Allen High School Marching Band from Texas in 2016, which had 716 members. The Tournament of Roses Association president and chairman of the board, Amy Wainscott, is a native of Eagle River.
Boy, what a moment for them, huh?
Wow.
Oh, good for them. And look at the weather there. It's beautiful. The Vatican estimates 65,000 people filed past the body of Pope Benedict today as he lies in state. People hoping to say a final goodbye to Pope Benedict XVI poured into St. Peter's Square throughout the day, waiting for the chance to walk past his body lying in state. The former pontiff died Saturday at the age of 96, and he'll be laid to rest on Thursday.
He was a great pope. He was a marvelous pope.
Benedict became pope in 2005 and was known for his strict interpretation of the Catholic Church doctrine. Despite his failures, he was the first pope to meet with victims of sex abuse and to publicly apologize. He was also the first pope to resign in 6 centuries, recognizing, as he said, his incapacity to fulfill his ministry due to the strain of old age.
New details are emerging in the University of Idaho murders. 28-year-old criminology student Brian Koberger was taken into custody Friday in Pennsylvania. Law enforcement sources say FBI agents tracked the 28-year-old movements days leading up to his arrest at his parents' home in eastern Pennsylvania. It's located more than 2,500 miles from the house in Moscow, Idaho, where Kronberger is accused of stabbing Kaylee Concavs, Madison Mogan, Xana Kernnoodle, and Ethan Chapman, all while they were sleeping November 13th. Conclave's father says the arrest brings some relief.
This is the first bit of joy that we've had in close to 7 weeks. We hope they picked the right guy, and that gives us hope, and we haven't had hope for a long time.
Koberger is a PhD criminology student at Washington State University and lived in Pullman, Washington, about a 15-minute drive from the victims. Police haven't found a murder weapon or said if Koberger knew the students. Law enforcement sources say forensic analysis allegedly linked him to the murders. In Australia, a New Year helicopter ride ends in tragedy.
4 people have died and 3 others are in critical condition after 2 helicopters collided. Beachgoers enjoying Australia's Gold Coast saw the crash unfold. 2 helicopters collided in midair close to a busy amusement park that was crowded with families visiting during their summer vacation. Initial information indicates one of the helicopters had been taking off and the other was landing when they collided, sending one plummeting to the beach below.
Just heard this loud bang and just pieces, shrapnel flying everywhere.
People on jet skis and in boats rushed to the scene before first responders could reach the sandbar. At least one aircraft is marked SeaWorld helicopters, a separate company from the theme park. They say they are cooperating with investigators.
Well, heavy rain and more snow are forecasted for Northern California after a New Year's storm brought deadly flooding, high winds, and landslides. As the sun rose in Northern California today, the damage from the massive holiday storm can be seen everywhere. Some vehicles overturned, others submerged. Many residents in Sacramento County have been ordered to evacuate after the historic rains caused at least 2 levees to breach. First responders made dozens of water rescues, including this man who was airlifted to safety.
The individual got swept into the current away from the vehicle.
The floodwaters turned deadly for at least one person near the town of Wilton. The storm also brought more than 8 feet of snow to the Sierra Nevadas, which shut down roads and even closed many ski resorts. As the system heads east through the Rockies, avalanche warnings are in effect. An avalanche was caught on camera in downtown Telluride this weekend. Well, the NFL announced today that the Green Bay Packers will host the Detroit Lions at 7:20 p.m. this Sunday at Lambeau Field. The Packers must win the game to earn the NFC's number 7 seed for the playoffs. The Lions' playoff fate hinges on this game and the result of the Rams-Seahawks game earlier on Sunday. More information about additional game day entertainment and fan activities will be announced in the coming days.
Oh, we're going to have to wait all day.
I know. It's going to be a long day.
That's going to be a long day. Well, we are happy to introduce you today to the newest member of the News 3 Now family. Morning anchor Leah Lynchide and her husband Zach welcomed their baby boy just before the new year. Here he is. Ezekiel Zeke Zachary was born on December 30th. Just a few days later than Mama was expecting. I think he was due on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
They come when they're ready.
Fashionably late.
That's exactly right. Leah said he's either fashionably late like his father or stubborn like his mother. Leah plans to spend the next few months with her family before returning to the morning show this spring. So please join us in welcoming baby Zeke to the world. And Leah, we cannot wait to meet him.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and everybody was stopping me everywhere I went.
Zizi.
Yes.
Zizi.
Very sweet.
Well, have you resolved to get into better shape this new year?
Well, our next guest will tell us the least you have to do.
This is my kind of guest.
To get that accomplished. We'll meet the author of the best-selling book, The Minimum Method, when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Parker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Parker Heating and Cooling.
This is Connie Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. While things have changed, it's still necessary for families to stay connected. And when it comes to the loss of a loved one, it's important to process and grieve and honor your loved one in a way that keeps everyone safe. We're doing this through intimate services and private virtual streaming so your family can be part of the service no matter where they are. Ryan Funeral Homes are here with your safety in mind and compassionate care in your time of need.
Postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer are living longer with Kisqali. So long live family time, long live dreams, and long live you. Kisqali is a pill proven to help women live longer when taken with an aromatase inhibitor. And Kisqali helps preserve quality of life, so you're not just living, you're living well. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Long live hugs and kisses. Ask about Kisqali and long live life.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Before you. Yeah. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Proper hydration, as you know, is important for many day-to-day functions.
But a new study suggests it can also slow down aging and lower the risk of chronic diseases. The National Institutes of Health looked at serum sodium data from 11,000 people over 30 years. That number increases when we drink less fluids. On normal levels between 135 to 146
milliliter? Oh, a milliequivalent.
Milliequivalent per liter. Thank you. That's according to the study. Those at the high end of the range had a 10 to 15% higher chance of being biologically older than their chronological age compared to those on the lower end of the spectrum. They also had a 64% higher risk of developing chronic diseases such as heart failure, stroke, diabetes, and dementia.
Jane Fonda is set to auction off some of her treasures from her art collection. The legendary actress and activist acquired artwork over the past 2 decades by the late American artist Thornton Dial, the son of Alabama sharecroppers. Dial gained prominence for dynamic sculptures and wall pieces that he made from found objects, paint, and other materials. 14 of Fonda's Dial pieces will be sold at Christie's annual Outsider and Vernacular Art Auction. It's on January 18th in New York.
Well, on New Year's Day, Rolling Stone magazine published its list of the greatest 200 singers of all time. And there is an uproar over one name conspicuously absent from the list, Celine Dion. The list ranges from Aretha Franklin to Rosalia and other artists known for standout singing, but there has been a major blowback on social media for Dion being left off. She wasn't the only notable artist excluded. There was also complaints that others weren't included, including Dionne Warwick, Diana Ross, and Sting. The singer recently announced that she is postponing several European tour dates after being diagnosed with a neurological disorder.
You can't all be in the top group. That's the problem.
200?
Yeah. It's a good debate. It's a very good debate.
Well, Prince Harry is sitting down with reporters to discuss his upcoming memoir, Spare.
The British royal is expected to go into detail about his childhood, the loss of his mother, and his new life living in the United States. In an interview with the British network ITV, the Duke of Sussex says he wants a family, not an institution. Harry also sat down with Anderson Cooper for CBS's 60 Minutes. In this preview, Harry explains how he's tried to keep his conversations with his family private, but leaks to journalists have made them public.
One of the criticisms that you've received is that, well, okay, fine, you want to move to California, you want to step back from the institutional role, why be so public? You say you tried to do this privately.
And every single time I've tried to do it privately, there have been briefings and leakings and planting of stories against me and my wife. You know, the family motto is never complain, never explain, but it's just a motto.
The interview will air this Sunday on 60 Minutes, right here on CBS.
No stock markets to report today. The Wall Street was closed for the New Year's holiday. Well, it is January 2nd, and how's that New Year's resolution going that you made to get healthier this year?
Many of us, so many of us, are vowing to eat better, to lose some weight, and to improve our fitness in the new year.
Our next guest says you can achieve all of that goal by doing less. Joy Thurman is the author of the best-selling book, The Minimum Method, The Least You Can Do to Be Stronger, Healthier, Happier. Joy, welcome to Live 4.
Hi, Joy. Congratulations on the book.
Thank you. It's nice to be back in Wisconsin.
I think people, you're a Wisconsin native.
I am, Appleton.
I think people like the least you can do.
That's a good title,
That's the selling point. Absolutely. What are you talking about here?
Less is more?
I mean, a little bit less is more. So I took totality of evidence, whether it's sleep, nutrition, gut health, mindset, and what is the minimum effective dose to get results from that. So I took that and put it within a book. There's several hundred references in here. And yes, if you want to look like a bodybuilder, you got to do more. But for most people, they want to be healthy, they want to sleep better, they want to feel better, and that's what I put in this book.
The Cliff Notes version of it is that if you eat less during the week, you can eat more on the weekend and still be healthier.
Yeah, so that's the weekday diet in the nutrition section there, and that's research-based from Dr. Bill Campbell, my buddy. So basically, you're eating a little bit less during the week, make sure your protein is equated, and then on the weekends, you can have about 35% more calories, which by way of carbohydrates. In Wisconsin, we love our breads and everything too. So whether it's more calories, that it keeps your metabolism up, and you burn more fat that way because you get a little metabolic spike on the weekend. Just don't go too crazy.
But you still need to exercise.
Absolutely. With that study, they were working out 3 or 4 days a week, and people look at that like, well, I don't have time to resistance train 3 or 4 days a week. You have 10 minutes a day. You can do some squats, some push-ups, some exercise, snacking, as I call it. So yes, exercise, movement, walking, just a little bit more than you're doing now, and keep adding along the way.
So 3 hours on the treadmill is not going to do a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to do that. I would say if you want to change the way you look, you need to resistance train and add some resistance to the muscle tissue itself so it adapts and forms. So if you look like a large pear and you're just doing cardio, you're just going to look like a smaller pear. You know, you're doing just some squats, some sit-ups, some planks, some things like that. Then that will actually change the shape of your body and help your metabolic rate.
You also talk a lot in the book, which I love, about the mental component and breathing. You have a great technique. I love this, and I've actually been doing it since I read about it, the 5-finger breathing method.
You want to try it?
Yes.
Okay,
let's
so
do it.
5-finger breathing. This is basically going to bring us from sympathetic fight or flight to parasympathetic rest, digest, recover. So basically, we're going to take your hand and we're going to trace the outside here. We're going to breathe in as we come up through the nose. Ready? In. Pause here, and then slow exhale. Pause at the bottom. In. Oh, look at that, right at the camera. Exhale.
Right in the camera.
In. Pause. Exhale.
In with the nose, out with the mouth.
In. Yep. You can, it doesn't matter. There you go. And then in, and then out.
I love this.
Oh, yeah.
This is something you could even teach to kids.
It's great because it brings touch and sensation. So if you really want to do it and you want to like have that connection and that bonding, which helps the mental stimuli as well, your grandparents, like with consent, like go trace along the hands, and you're literally connecting, with your grandchild, with anybody else, with your loved one. It's a really nice thing to do. So basically, people say, "Oh, take a deep breath when you're stressed." Actually, we want to take a deep exhale. So we want a longer exhalation and a shorter inhalation. If you can in through the nose, 20% more oxygen, and then out of the nose or out of the mouth, it doesn't really matter, just slower.
What are realistic expectations for changing your body?
Yeah, I mean, just get moving and make sure your sleep is consistent, going to bed and waking up at the same time every single day, 7 days a week. I know you guys probably up early. Doing that, then that's going to help burn fat. That's going to help with your endocrine system, so your hormones, testosterone, estrogen, all that sort of stuff. But half a pound to a pound a week, or 1% of your weight loss, and I say fat loss instead of weight loss because you can lose weight on the scale, but doesn't necessarily mean it's fat. So 1% of your body weight per week is about good, and adding muscle tissue about 0.25 to half a pound per week if we're looking at specific numbers, what the research says.
And it's all in the book. You help figure out how many calories you should be consuming, and 10 minutes a day of just something a little bit strenuous is really all you need to do.
Yeah, we want our body to adapt, so that strain to the body just a little bit, just the minimum for maximum results. Look at that, I should write a book. Right there. Yeah, that'd be a great book title. That right there is going to help you. Just stress the body just a little bit. You don't need to work out so hard where you can't sit down and go to the bathroom the next day. It's just like too much. People don't want that, and when we stress that all over and over again. I even apologized at the beginning of the book for the fitness industry and myself at 23 years old. You need to do more. Well, athletes take rest days, they take bye weeks, they take off days. Why don't we do the same? So give yourself some grace mentally and physically.
Great read for the new year.
That's right.
It's the least you can do.
The least you can do, Joey.
Thanks for being with us today.
Happy New Year, Joey. Congratulations on the book.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Well, it's Monday. That means it's time to meet our first pet of the week for the new year.
We'll introduce you to Molly Tina Turner.
Pick a name, Molly.
So great, she's got 3 names. That's when Live at 4 continues.
This holiday season at the Century House.
Give $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with Power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless office chair. Or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife, Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
The Power Swabs were so easy to use. I don't have to have strips sitting on my face for an hour. I don't have to have a foam tray where I feel like I'm going to gag or I'm going to go play football. I've tried like every over-the-counter whitening because, you know, I'm one of those people that's like obsessed with white teeth.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like you got to leave it on for 30 minutes and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on and it was good to go.
Just didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab and I just got to rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
The Secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginneker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
When I use these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth this new year by ordering Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the regular price. Yes, 50% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free quick stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Need to know what the traffic is like before you hit the road? Get the Channel 3000 app now, and I'll tell you where the trouble spots are and how to get around them.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now.
Well, take a look at this. An animal rescue center in California live-streamed 5 kittens and their mother enjoying a 1920s-themed New Year's celebration. The cats, which are available for adoption, were adorned with jewelry and costumes from the 20s. The party was live-streamed by the Helen Woodward Animal Center in Rancho Santa Fe, California, which was asking for donations for the event.
It's mesmerizing. You could just watch it all day long. I love the pearl necklace on Mama.
I know, it's
That's
very
great.
20s.
Nice touch. Yeah.
I hope there is a lot of money. All right, so if you're traveling west and north of here,
it's going to get a little messy.
You might want to rethink
that.
It's
going to get messy tonight, and fortunately, this whole system is what California got. We're getting it now, too. So, yeah, I'll break down on what to expect with the precipitation, and actually that we might see accumulating snow later this week, too, after the break.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
Cold winter weather's here, so why feel it inside your own home and in your wallet? USA Insulation's premium injection foam fills every crevice of your walls, even going over your existing inferior insulation. Our foam gives you high-tech comfort and saves you money on utility bills year-round. So stop bundling up and start building savings. Call now and get up to a 30% tax credit and low monthly payments.
USA Insulation.
New year, new you? Join Anytime Fitness and get 30 days free. Get more out of your membership than just machines. Because here, you can lift your weights and lift your mood. Now through January 31st, get 30 days free at Anytime Fitness. Hurry in now.
Only a wise and lucky few understand the amazing benefits of real sauna bathing. Leisure Concepts has Finnish and infrared saunas that set up in a flash and will get you through winter happy and healthy. Now watch closely to see my favorite part of sauna bathing. Get to Leisure Concepts on the Beltline at the Park Street exit.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, we do have a messy storm system. Fortunately, we're mostly on the warm side as favors to the north really going to get it. But really, we're going to see all types of precipitation types with this. And the one problem we have right now is we got a real warm layer of loft that's being pulled northward. And at the surface, we're still freezing, so we can still get that freezing rain. But everyone will eventually, this warm layer will take over and we'll just get rain. That'll be later tonight or even tomorrow, and then maybe snow later on. So we're going to get everything from this. But really, for the next day, we're looking at that rain, Joe. The freezing rain is really north-northwest of Madison. It's going to get awfully close to Madison in a short period of time. We'll transition back to rain or snow maybe Tuesday night, and then accumulating snow just light, but we still could see some of that Wednesday into Thursday on the cold side of the system. So that's kind of the time frame we're looking at. It won't be probably until Thursday afternoon until we really get out of this mess. But you can see the first wave is going to come up this evening. You can see the pink is mixed. Obviously blue is snow, and then obviously rain to the south, even some thunderstorms down there. That first wave comes through overnight. We'll have a second wave come. By this time, most of the area should be warm enough to be just rain for most of the viewing area. And then we might see a break come Tuesday night into Wednesday. Before here's the low, you can see spinning. We'll get on the back side of this, the cold air, and that'll bring the snow probably for Wednesday into Thursday. But for tonight, really, you see those temperatures just hovering right around 31, 32. That's the problem we have as the precipitation comes in about 10 p.m. western areas. You'll see the light freezing rain. It'll spread to south central, maybe around midnight or 1. The problem is Madison's going to be very close, 33 to 34. So some areas will get it, some areas. So something to keep in mind overnight. By the time we get past midnight into 2 a.m., we should be all rain for most of the area. And by 5 for the morning commute, everyone's above mid-30s, so it should be rain, but it'll taper off probably in the morning before we have that next kind of wave come through by noon hour. Once again, tomorrow will be all rain, so that won't be the issue. It's really this evening into early tonight that's the problem areas right now. Ice potential, there is that potential up to the north. They could get up to maybe a 1/10, but it doesn't take much, so 100, 200ths of ice on roads definitely will cause it slick, and that's why we got that winter weather advisory going on right now. For snow amounts, it's going to take some time, but through Wednesday into maybe early Thursday, we might see 1 to 2 inches of accumulation by that time. So we're looking at a Wednesday afternoon to maybe Wednesday night into Thursday morning for the snow. So that's the problem. We'll look there. So most area will just see rain, so the snow is not that big of a problem, as we'll see later on. If you look at the 10-day right now, to explain all this kind of gets complex for today, but like I said, tonight, the breezy drizzle mix tonight, northwest area is something to keep in mind of. Morning commute tomorrow should be okay. We should all be above freezing, so just rain, and then we'll see a turnover to maybe snow come Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night, and that's the other period we're going to keep an eye on is Wednesday night for some accumulation, maybe going into Thursday morning. Then we get back to where we should be, 32, 33. The next chance of rain or snow comes probably Saturday with maybe something further on Thursday. So definitely pay attention this evening. If you're driving anywhere, just because it will be on the iffy side here, if anywhere gets that freezing rain or drizzle, and then we should see improvement by tomorrow.
All right, thanks for the warning, Greg. It's time to introduce you to our pet of the week. Lisa Bernard from the Dane County Humane Society is here with
Hi, Lisa.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. This is Molly Tina Turner. She's here to sing her best, that she's simply the best.
Aw.
Look at her.
She is so sweet.
She's an unusual shape. I don't know if you can...
Yeah, scooch over so people can see. She has a very long body.
She does.
And no legs.
No, very short legs.
So you're thinking a Basset Hound Lab mix?
Possibly, yes. But most importantly, she's 100% lovable.
Oh, she couldn't be sweeter.
Leanable.
Yes.
Yeah, she's leaning in.
And you know, when dogs and cats come under the lights, sometimes they get very nervous. She is very calm.
Yes.
6 years old, do you think?
She's going to turn 6 this month in a few days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is she one of the dogs that came up from down south?
Yes, she came up last month from Alabama.
But it's a one-dog house with her.
Yes. She's not too excited about other pups, so she'd rather have all the love and affection for herself.
She loves people.
She does, and she loved being outside and going on a car ride. She just leapt inside and she just took a nap. So
what a sweetheart.
She's a real sweetheart.
Yeah, very
calm.
Sweet, very calm.
Good girl.
Oh,
Yes.
look at that face. All right, what do you have going on? New Year's
So,
resolutions.
New Year's resolution. Whoever is looking for a new volunteer opportunity, you could come and join us because we're looking for big dog foster families. These dogs are anywhere 30 pounds and larger. So, and they usually have longer stays at the shelter because they're bigger. There are landlord restrictions for size and sometimes for breeds too. And then some people have different ideas about caring for a large dog. They might think it's too much, but it's...
Go to giveshelter.com/foster and check it out. There'll be information there. And
yes.
It could be a very rewarding experience
It
if you have the right house for it.
Yes.
Okay. So last week, Lenny
adopted just before the new year.
Oh, Lenny was another. He was, but see, look at the difference. We were between the two of us, Mark. We could barely control him. Look at her. She's just chilling.
Yeah.
All
She's
right.
like, I like being on the sofa with people.
She can stay. You can stay all day if you want to.
All right, I'll come back later, maybe
All right,
tomorrow.
go to giveshelter.org for Molly Tina Turner's information and all the pets available. Start out the new year with a new pet.
Yes.
Lisa, thanks for being with us
Great
today.
to see you, Lisa. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Well, coming up next on Live Before, we'll explain how 3D printing could save the future of the coral reefs.
And then coming up next hour at 5, Packer fans are pumped that they control their own destiny in regards to the playoffs. Reporter Andrew Banstra talks to a few of them. We'll have that story coming up at 5.
I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our New Year's Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 this New Year at plexidermtrial.com.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there. Like, the bags are gone.
The instant Instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under-eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. This new year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. So if under-eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this new year and see that younger-looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Hey, do you want to join our rewards program? Collect hot dog points to unlock access to our VIP lounge.
That doesn't seem very
rewarding. With the BMO Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward for every month you save.
Wait, so you're going to reward me for saving my own money?
You got it. A little incentive to help you get into the habit of saving.
That sounds great, but do you have VIPs?
Yeah, absolutely. We call them customers.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
New at 5, the Packers hit crunch time, and the fans are here for it. Pumped cheeseheads make plans to support their team as Green Bay tries to finalize a playoff bid.
We got a messy winter storm that's hitting the area later tonight and through tomorrow. We have rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow all in the forecast. I'll break all that down at 5.
And ahead at 6, some Republican leaders do not want Congressman Kevin McCarthy as Speaker of the House. Where do Wisconsin leaders stand? That's tonight at 6.
Here's a live look at downtown Madison. A little foggy out there.
It looks a little wintry, doesn't it?
It does, but hopefully just rain in our area. Maybe some freezing rain around midnight. Keep an eye out for that. As we begin the new year, there are concerns that Australia's famous Great Barrier Reef could be placed on the danger list of World Heritage Sites because of climate change.
Now, in a world first, one startup in Hong Kong is trying to help coral adapt to the problems that humans have caused.
Remy Incencio took a dive to find out more.
Splashing into Hong Kong's subtropical waters, you might be surprised to learn more coral species live here than the Caribbean. Yet this swath of the South China Sea used to boast even more beauty.
What was here 100 years ago? We believe that this area was a coral paradise.
David Baker is a coral ecologist at the University of Hong Kong.
Those who are still with us from the World War II generation, you know, these people tell you that the water was crystal clear, that there were coral everywhere.
But as Hong Kong industrialized, runoff and pollution bled into the waters. So Baker co-founded ArchaeaReef, an eco-engineering startup to rebuild this paradise lost. His team, in a world first, 3D printed artificial reef tiles made from terracotta, non-toxic and biodegradable. They placed those on the sandy bottom of a bay and seeded them with living coral. 95% survived in the past 2 years.
How did you even come up with the idea?
I just thought to myself one evening that why not tile the seafloor like we would tile a kitchen or bathroom floor?
These tiles could have global application for coral adaptation with benefits to humanity. Reefs protect homes and businesses, breaking up destructive waves from storms.
One of the biggest red flags from scientists is that they predict 70 to 90% of the coral around the world will disappear in the next 20 years.
Trying to make a splash as fast as possible, ArchaeaReef has now expanded to Abu Dhabi, its new industrial 3D printer humming.
We have our own eco-engineering facility.
ArchaeaReef is hoping to help, one tile at a time. Remy Inocencio, Hong Kong.
Unbelievable.
That brilliant idea.
It really is. Well, when we come back, we head to the movies with our film critic, Will Loper.
He'll have the box office numbers and suggestions on new shows to stream. That's when Live at 4 continues.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. Now, the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Bruck's Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brucksnightguard.com and order yours today.
Hey, I just got a text from my sister. You remember Rick, her neighbor?
Sure. He's the 76-year-old guy who still runs marathons, right?
Sadly, not anymore.
What? You mean...
Mm-hmm. Just like that.
Wow. So sudden. We're not about to have the we need life insurance conversation again, are we?
No, we're having the we're getting coverage so we don't have to worry about it conversation.
So you're calling about the $9.95 a month plan from Colonial Penn?
I am. We put it off long enough. We are getting that $9.95 plan today.
Is it time for you to call about the $9.95 plan? I'm Jonathan from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. Sometimes we just need a reminder not to take today for granted. It could be the death of someone you know or a health scare. That's why today could be a great day to call for free information about Colonial Penn's $9.95 plan. If you're age 50 to 85, you can get guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance starting at just $9.95 a month. There are no health questions, so you can't be turned down for any health reason. This is permanent coverage. Just pay your premiums for lifelong security. The $9.95 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life plan. Options start at just $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. Your rate can never go up. It's locked in for life. Don't put it off. Take the first easy step. Call today for free information. And you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. So call now.
Call 1-800-290-3399 for your free information and free gift. That's 1-800-290-3399. There's no risk or obligation. That number again is 1-800-290-3399. 1-800-290-3399. Call now.
Hello, Colonial Penn?
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
Right now, level commutes look pretty good. Obviously, a lot of schools aren't back in session overall, so traffic-wise, it's still fairly light. So no issues going on right in the belt line right now. If you zoom over to Mount Horeb, we're still looking good. On 151 up to the north, going to the Dells and the interstate, everything is still looking good. And then to the south to Janesville, we're also looking good. Looks like the precipitation won't start till about 9 or 10 at the earliest. So all the morning commutes, the evening commutes should be fine. But if you're out past the hour, definitely take advice about there could be some freezing rain out there. You guys.
All right, Greg, thank you. 2023 kicked off in a riot of color as the Netherlands marked National Tulip Day. Organizers sailed through Amsterdam's historic canals, handing out free bouquets of flowers to members of the public. The event is held each year to celebrate the start of the tulip growing season, a major export product for Dutch farmers.
Oh, beautiful.
I love tulips.
What a nice gift, too. Yeah.
Well, the movie Avatar continues to rake in those box office dollars.
But it might have some competition next week from the world's biggest grump.
Here's resident film critic Will Loper.
Hey, Mark and Susan. Avatar: The Way of Water wins the weekend once again, actually increasing how much it made from last weekend and nabbing the 4th best third weekend ever. Can anyone stop James Cameron? Next week, Tom Hanks will give it a shot with a film, A Man Called Otto. Based on the 2012 Swedish novel A Man Called Ove, that was later an Oscar-nominated Swedish film, this new English-language adaptation stars Tom Hanks playing the world's biggest grump. Hey, Otto! No. Throughout the movie, we get flashbacks as to why he has become such a curmudgeon. And when new neighbors move in, his cranky exterior begins to soften.
Oh, my God. Give me the keys.
Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Otto.
Otto?
O-T-T-O.
I'm Abby. O-T-T-O.
Tom Hanks is as excellent and reliable as always. But the flashbacks to a younger Otto played by Tom Hanks' son Truman, are far too maudlin and sentimental, and the movie would have been far stronger without these scenes.
Are you always this unfriendly?
I am not unfriendly.
Okay, you're not. Every word you say is like a warm cuddle.
However, A Man Called Otto still ends up being a wonderful, feel-good movie that will get even the grumpiest of moviegoers the tingles by the end of the film.
You think you have to do everything on your own? But guess what? No one can.
A Man Called Otto is worth seeing. You can catch it in theaters next weekend.
I have a cat.
Over on streaming services, new on HBO Max tomorrow is the 2022 film, The Menu.
Welcome to Hawthorne.
Here we are family. We harvest, we ferment, we gel.
They gel.
We gel.
Ray Fiennes plays a high-end chef with a few surprises for those attending his dinner.
He's not just a chef, he's a storyteller.
The movie is a darkly delicious good time.
We now offer you a 45-second head start. Okay.
New on Netflix Thursday is the second season of Ginny in Georgia.
I finally understand why George is always running.
A mother and her two children continue their fresh start in a new town.
I can't tell if I'm the crazy one or if everyone else is. Oh, you're crazy.
And new on Amazon Prime Video Friday is the series The Rig.
Oh my God.
A mysterious fog takes over a Scottish oil rig. And if we've learned anything from supernatural fogs from movies and TV, we know they're never friendly.
Since the fog came in, some of our crew have had a psychological difficulty.
What's happening? That's what you get for diving into the abyss.
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
It isn't something new. It's something old.
Fog's always bad.
Good stuff coming up.
All right, thank you, Will. We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.
To update your furniture, Menards has the furniture you need in stock. Plus, you get a free rug. That's right. Buy any upholstered living room furniture at $2.99 or more and get a free 5x7 area rug. That's $149.99 in savings. Need a new chair? How about a sectional, a new recliner, or love seat? Buy one today, get a free rug. Hurry up, get to Menards before they're gone. In-store only while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
Tobacco can end lives long before it kills you. Quit today so you have a tomorrow.
Call the Wisconsin Tobacco Quit line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms. If you or a loved one were stationed at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987 and were later diagnosed with cancer, Parkinson's disease, or other serious health effects, call right now.
Call 1-800-336-0524.
Only a wise and lucky few understand the amazing benefits of real sauna bathing. Leisure Concepts has Finnish and infrared saunas that set up in a flash and will get you through winter happy and healthy. Now watch closely to see my favorite part of sauna bathing. Get to Leisure Concepts on the Beltline at the Park Street exit.
Turning their season around, the Packers continue to battle for a playoff bid after a rough start. Fans are eager to rally around the team as they push towards the postseason. Local cheeseheads share their hopes about the games that lie ahead at 5.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team gets results.
We're taking action for you.
Nearly 700 cases closed, more than $500,000 recovered, and we're not finished yet. When you need help, call for action only on News 3 Now.
Yeah, we got a messy area going on through tonight and probably early tomorrow morning. Freezing rain northwest of Madison. Even Madison might get a little bit of a taste. It'll be after 10, more to like 2 or 3. By the time you wake up, it should all be rain. Then we have maybe a snow chance coming in Wednesday night to Thursday. Right now, radar has nothing. Everything is to the west and to the north. If we see future track right now, we're going to see that activity move into western areas right after 10. Once again, that pink is the mix, green is the red, and then eventually that will get to Madison maybe by midnight or 1 a.m.
All right, Greg, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live Before, UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff has the latest COVID news as cases are once again on the rise.
And Consumer Reports has some tips on how to avoid food poisoning. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
Introducing Sass, Sauce and Shells, a bold new restaurant on Madison's Capitol Square, combining the best of barbecue and shelled seafood by Chef Joe Perkins. Add a little sass to your lunch or dinner plans today. Open 7 days a week.
For back pain, I've always been a take 2 and call in the morning guy. But my new doctor recommended Salonpas. Without another pill upsetting my stomach, I get powerful, effective, and safe relief. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. You can meet with an InventHelp representative who will keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. And InventHelp's databank includes over 9,000 companies who have agreed to review new ideas. Take action and get the help you need from InventHelp.
800-550-5543.
Hi, I'm Gary Canulti, inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me May 2nd through the 12th as we tour Scotland and Northern Ireland. This trip is rich with history, exploring places like the Edinburgh Castle and the Titanic Belfast Museum. We'll also enjoy the gorgeous scenery and friendly people of these two unique countries. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, for more information.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It means we're committed to seeking justice for those injured by someone else's negligence. It means standing up to the insurance company, helping you with your medical bills, and getting you fully compensated for lost time at work. Have questions? When you contact Lawton Cates, there's no charge for our initial consultation, and there's never a fee until we deliver the results you deserve. At Lawton Cates, your life counts. Call today.
It's a foodie's paradise in this month's Madison Magazine. Explore our editor's list of restaurants and chefs transforming the local dining scene. Then create an indoor Eden with our Homebody's Guide to Houseplants. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now.
Want to know right now what the weather will be like tomorrow? Download the First Warn Weather app and you'll get my customized forecast for tonight and tomorrow.
The First Warn Weather app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now.
In today's Final Touch New Year, same old nonsense.
Police dash cams capture a collection of crazy crashes. Roll the tape. A police chase came to an abrupt and surreal ending when a driver attempted to evade authorities, wound up wedged under a UPS delivery truck. Police in Piqua, Ohio say the crash resulted in only minor injuries, but some major package delays. Another crazy caught-on-camera cop moment, this one in Lansing, Michigan, where a police dash cam captured a DUI crash that sent a car end over end through the air. Amazingly, the driver was not seriously injured. And a close call crash caught on camera in Ohio had an officer thanking his lucky stars. An officer was assisting a sideline driver when he spotted an out-of-control truck just in the nick of time. The pickup plowed into the patrol car, but thankfully left the officer and truck driver unscathed. Why don't we all just resolve to stay safe on the roads this new year?
Let's do that, shall we? Yes.
There you go. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.